Hello, everyone. My name is PerryM, and I will go over the key elements of data collection in a functional behavior assessment, or FBA. I will address what an FBA is, the importance of data collection, and some practical data collection procedures. I will end with a list of my references. So, what constitutes a functional behavior or behavioral assessment? As this slide indicates, it is essentially an analysis of a problem behavior or behaviors in a student. Its purpose is to identify and remediate behavior which interferes with the student's learning. The process, as this slide shows, is quite formal. It requires the formation of a team led by a qualified, often certified specialist. The outcome is a behavior intervention plan, or BIP, which is implemented to correct the problem behavior. As this slide shows, a key part of the FBA is data collection, which can be direct or indirect. This slide outlines indirect data collection, which can include interviews with the key stakeholders, a review of the student's records, and his permanent work product. Much more common, though, as this slide shows, is direct data collection from observation. It can be informal, such as unobtrusively observing students outside of the classroom, or formal, that is, overtly observing the student in the classroom. The purpose of the formal direct observation is to identify the causes and triggers of the problem behaviors and their impact, and to develop a plan to remediate those behaviors. Observation can also be used to assess the effectiveness of an intervention plan. As this slide shows, the process requires a good deal of preparation, including a review of available material and work product, and making arrangements with the teacher. On the right-hand side of this page, what happens in the classroom? The goal is to maintain as much as feasible of the normal classroom conditions and to record faithfully. This paper, published in 2016, surveyed over 2,000 studies from behavioral journals. It had a finding that is not widely reported in the literature, namely that automated audio and video recording at 713 cases outnumbered direct observation. Other data collection methods include narrative recording, which is essentially transcribing what happens in the classroom, and the scatter plot, which records where and when the behaviors occurred. The latter is quantitative, which facilitates comparison across behaviors and over time. Comparability is even greater with event recording, which is among the fastest and easiest methods of data collection. This slide illustrates it for 9 appropriate and 9 inappropriate behaviors in a student during one period. The antecedent behavior consequence, or ABC method, explicitly correlates a behavior with its triggers. This is an actual case from my class. The name of the student has been changed. Notice that the consequence of one behavior serves as the antecedent for another to form a behavior chain. This paper is an application of ABC. It applies the idea of contingency, defined as the probability of a consequence in the presence of a problem behavior, minus the probability in its absence. The positive contingency zone, the upper left triangle, is where consequences reinforce problem behaviors. And lastly, these are my references. To summarize, data collection methods can have a mix of quantitative and descriptive features. The quantitative features facilitate comparability. The descriptives facilitate understanding. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.